Hello, welcome to another episode of Prehistory in the Dark. I am your host, Darkness the Curse. And before we begin, as always, thank you so much to my generous patrons and our channel members from our sister channel over at History in the Dark. You were the reason why this content remains. Ugh. And today, we're gonna discuss more bad paleo art. Yep. Back by popular demand, actually. This seems to be the series that's doing the best on this channel, so, we'll do another part. You know, why not? Why not? We'll do some more. Some more terrible takes on prehistoric animals. These are 5 hilarious pieces of old paleo art. Part 5. Oh no, woolly mammoth, what have you done to the woolly? That's not even, wow. Alright, so this is, I believe, based on sources, the first actual drawn reconstruction of the woolly mammoth. And I feel like a lot of this may not be due necessarily to a lack of artistic talent. There's a lot more going on here than just that. For one thing, where is the trunk? A woolly mammoth, like an elephant, has a trunk, and there is none. More alarmingly, they made the tusks go in opposite directions? I'm not even sure why they would have thought that. It doesn't even look right. Why would they have thought that that would make sense? And they knew that it was closely related to an elephant, so again, not having a trunk seems like an auto mission. And elephant tusks don't do that, so I mean, if you were trying to relate it to modern animals, no. The actual body is so square. It's almost precisely a rectangle. And the bone structure of a woolly mammoth would not allow for that to work at all. And the eye placement is weird too. It seriously looks like they drew a rectangle and just stuck an eye on it and then put the little ears up there. Quite an unfortunate version of the woolly mammoth. They did put wool on it though. There's little hairs, so they knew that there was some, wool going into this. So hey, that's something. Oh no, I don't have to guess at what this is supposed to be. It says triceratops right there, but this poor animal is suffering. Look at his face. He's in agony. Perhaps a logical explanation for this is that this is what happened to the royal bloodline of the triceratops. Just a lot of very similar DNA structures reproducing is what I'm trying to suggest here. That's really the best explanation I have for why this animal looks so disjointed in basically every conceivable way. What kills me is even, looking at it as a bad reconstruction, it doesn't even make sense in that regard because even the bones appear to be deformed. So I don't know what the deal is with this thing, or why the artist chose to draw it looking as if it is constantly in unspeakable agony. Oh good, none of those pieces with multiple animals in it. These are always fun. But at least most of the animals are clearly labeled. That means I don't have to guess at what everything is. What is with the paleo artist and the erupting volcanoes? This is not normal, okay? I don't care if it was prehistoric times. This didn't happen every day, okay? I understand that these artists like dramatic backdrops, but it's getting a little tiring now, isn't it? I don't know what those are in the background. They're definitely sauropods though, so fair enough. In the front here we have an iguanodon who's looking, again, way too much like an actual iguana, taking the name way too literally. Also, he's standing very, very straight and narrow in that full tilt tripod stance. Top tier. This is like the paleo art equivalent of T-posing. Very intimidating. T-Rex is doing something similar, and these two are just having a great conversation, actually. Not even mad at each other, there's no hunting. I mean, the iguanodon's smiling. They're just like, oh, hey, Gary. Oh, hey, Tom. How you doing? Oh, I'm good. How's the wife and kids? Oh, Dad? Very old school lizard look for them too, as there are visible scales just all over here. Especially T-Rex's underbelly, that is full tilt scaly going on there. Apatosaurus is a few million years out of date. Actually, Iguanodon is too, because Iguanodon was early Cretaceous, T-Rex was late Cretaceous. Apatosaurus was Jurassic though, not even remotely. I see you, Stegosaurus. Don't you hide from me. Those plates are a dead giveaway. I know what you're about. You're not supposed to be here. Also, there was another animal that definitely shouldn't be in this art, and it's actually a primate. Sir, how did you get here? Is that van a time machine? You're not supposed to be here. And look, I get it. This was probably a children's book, and maybe it was drawn for scale. So, I'll ignore that. But, yeah, this is not the greatest piece of Paleoart I've ever seen in my life, as it's on the list. I really don't know what you expected me to say. Really? This was serious. Oh, okay, this was serious. They even have a cross-section here trying to explain this. So this isn't just Paleoart in the sense of, well, okay, if we're judging this purely based on artistic renditions, in terms of the animal's form, that's a ceratosaur and that's a Parasaurolophus. And in terms of drawing those two animals, I mean, it could be worse. They do look very reptile-y. Ceratosaur is standing a bit straight up. Of course, he is getting blasted in the face with fire. Okay, let's just discuss the elephant in the room. Not that one. The fire one. Because I think it's the most obvious problem with this. I think it's fairly well understood that Parasaurolophus could not breathe fire, nor could any dinosaur. That is not something that they were known to do at all. But this entire spread is about addressing this theory that the reason for the crest on the head of Parasaurolophus was not for display or for sound amplification or anything like that. No. It was for breathing fire. Because that wasn't a leap in logic. They have the gall to mention the bombardier beetle. A few of you mentioned that before when it came to prior breathing dinosaurs, and yeah, I know bombardier beetle exists, but that's a beetle, not a dinosaur. Okay, no, this is ridiculous. On breathing out, air passed from the throat into the base of the crest, up the tubes and down the main tube to the nostrils. And by doing that, I guess somehow that resulted in fire. Because they made the two opposite chemicals that made that happen in the crest. There's no basis for this in the fossil record at all. It doesn't, no. Because I'm gonna be real with you. If the Parasaurolophus could breathe fire, I'm not sure that anything would have ever tried to eat them. Also, Ceratosaurus was an interesting choice to get hit in the face by fire, since, well, late Jurassic, late Cretaceous. Not even close. At all. But that seems minimal compared to, well, the searing flames. No. Is this serious? I mean, the artist has his name down here and even dated it. What? Dimetrodon. I don't think this is what the sales were for. I am suddenly reminded of the theory of the flying Stegosaurus looking at this. Why do people see these slightly wing-shaped things and think, yes, they must have used that to fly? And what I love about this is because it's Dimetrodon, and they only have one sail, the artist went the extra mile and suggested they must link their hands like they're otters or something, and glide by working as a team, and do that to catch prey in mid-air. I mean, how big did you think Dimetrodon was? Because they weren't like super huge, but they were pretty big. I mean, maybe these are supposed to be juveniles, but I still don't think this was going to work in any way. There are so many things about this that just don't make any sense. mostly that Dimetrodon was not the most aerodynamic of creatures, and just the notion that two of them would need to link hands in order to go like Power Rangers style Zord and transform into a glider. This is absurd. And now I'm just thinking, wait. So this is the explanation for the sail from this guy. What does he think of Spinosaurus? Are we saying Spinosaurus must have done the same thing? They just joined hands and just glided around? I mean, that would be pretty terrifying, to be fair, but also, it would be laughable and ridiculous. This is ridiculous. There's no way this ever happened. Absolutely impossible. I refuse to accept the notion that this was done. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fond farewell.